Hello, everybody. Let's talk a little bit about Palantir. Palantir is having a little bit of a breakout today and yesterday. It's even up for the entire week, nearly 3%. I'll go over the charts in just a moment. The entire market is, however, going up in a little bullish cycle in a bear market. Today, I want to play you a video that just came out from Palantir itself, and the video is applicability of Palantir Foundry as it pertains to a media company to journalists. The reason why I'm going to play you this video and the reason why this is very important is the same exact reason why I keep bringing up the different sectors that Palantir works with. Palantir is not just for a specific use case. Palantir is for everybody. It is not unique to a specific sector or subsector. It is literally for everybody across public, private, and government businesses alike in many different various capacities. It's not just Foundry, it's not just Gotham, it's not just Apollo, it's not just Edge, it's not just Meta Constellation, so on and so forth. Palantir is super nimble. It is literally like water. It can mold to whatever you need. And this is why I want to play you this video so you understand how Palantir is applicable to this specific field. And I don't think that there's been a media company yet that's using Palantir openly that we have a video about. And please keep in mind that November 7th, pre-market open, I will be filming the earnings of Palantir live on this channel. So please, 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 we've been in this for quite a while. We actually have some hope that maybe we're gonna have a little bit better than expected earnings results, and hopefully the price will continue to go up. Without any further ado, let me read you this publication that just came out earlier today and then give you some more comments. This is posted by the actual Palantir Twitter account. It says Palantir Foundry is democratizing access to relevant data for employees at Axel Springer, helping them to empower their readers and audiences through access to quality journalism. I never heard of this journalist. They're from Europe. Maybe you guys can give me in the comments down below who they are, how big they are, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, all I'm really concerned about is the applicability, use case, and application of Palantir Foundry, not for somebody, for everybody. And this is the video that's issued by Palantir. But before I go any further, I want to read you the description so you understand a little bit more. Axel Springer, a global media and technology company and Europe's leading digital publisher, is using Palantir Foundry across titles and revenue streams to make digital journalism a successful business model for the 21st century. By harnessing the platform to securely democratize access to data, both technical and non-technical employees are able to apply analytics to better perform in their roles. The key word here is technical and non-technical. We heard this a lot. CodeStrap, he's a freaking genius when it comes to this. And he says the main differentiation between Palantir and non-Palantir AI data analytics software is Palantir is for everybody. Anybody can use it with little to no code knowledge, as opposed to a lot of other AI data analytics software. You got to essentially be a code strap to understand how to use it. And that makes a huge difference, and also why Palantir is winning so many government contracts, because anybody can actually use Palantir and you don't need to be some freaking genius. And let's be honest, the army doesn't have a bunch of geniuses running around. Leveraging Foundries independently and without the support of Palantir's forward deployed engineers, Axel Springer's data science teams are also using advanced machine learning models to better understand what content their audience value and like, while applying Foundry's capabilities to new use cases as their business evolves. Also, there's no need for Palantir forward deployed engineers. Remember, in the beginning, it took Palantir a while to set up Palantir Foundry. That several months became a couple of months, became 1 month, became a couple of weeks, and eventually is going to be just a few days. Little by little, there is less and less need for Palantir to hold your hand through the entire process, and this is going to increase the total addressable market and the applicability of Palantir to real world utility through real world usage, which is going to increase the amount of contracts that Palantir is able to get. Remember, Palantir is trying to work its way down as opposed to Snowflake and data shit that's trying to work themselves up. Now let's play the video.
Data is an important part of our business success. We need the best people and need a product that matches their talent and empowers them to achieve remarkable things. That's where Palantir Foundry comes in.
Axel Springer is both the largest media company in Germany and the largest publishing house in Europe. Alongside Bild and Red, some of our focus brands include Politico, Insider Inc. and Onet in Poland. We also think of ourselves as a technology company. The tech teams working here, they try to build products that enable us to have better articles for our users, and Foundry is part of that. Using Foundry allowed us to focus on the use cases really early and prioritize the things that deliver value. We've always been able to say which article had the most clicks, but a lot of that is influenced by us ourselves. So today we have machine learning models that give us a prediction of what an average article would do given where we positioned it over time and how the traffic was at that time. And we compare the clicks that the article actually got to those predictions and therefore identify much better what's actually trending and understand better what our users really value and like.
Guys, coming from a YouTube kind of media personality, right? And all my YouTube heads, I'm sure Ahmed is going to understand what I'm talking about. Arnie is going to understand what I'm talking about, Emmanuel, and so on and so forth. YouTube gives you an algorithm. You know the best times that you should put out your content based on your subscribers, what time they're online, what time they're sleeping, from which part of the countries, and also their demographics, their age, so on and so forth. So it's very important to decrease inefficiency, therefore increasing efficiency. And how do you decrease inefficiency? Don't put out content that nobody's going to be watching. Or if you do put out the content, make sure you put it out at the optimal times so that you can maximize the effect. And this is a real world example of what exactly they're talking about right now. So please keep that in mind.
Typically, other data platforms, they really focus on technical users. When you work with Foundry, you use the same words, the same terminology. Because of that, you just start to develop a common language to talk about data. As soon as people feel confident using the platform, they start working together quite naturally.
As I started using it, my first impression was, oh wow, can I do this just with a click of few buttons? And I don't have to write code. I don't have to write a fancy scheduling job line. I can see where this data is coming from. I can look at the transformations. All of my colleagues, including those in the non-technical roles, are also able to access the platform with an understanding.
Yo, that's the key. Make it as simple as possible. You don't have to be a code strap, bless his heart, to use Palantir Foundry. You just have to be a code strap to develop Palantir Foundry. At the end of the day, any dumbass idiot like Adam Bergman can click a button and get the same value out of Palantir as somebody like CodeStrap can get out of Datadog. The same value as somebody like CodeStrap can get from Datashit or Snowflake. That is the key differentiation between Palantir and the quote-unquote competitors.
We have a lot of technically very talented people here. And now when you give them this platform as a service, for them it's like a big sandbox. We push the limits quite hard, but it's a lot of fun. And also in the same way, like Foundry allows us to push those limits.
To shape our strategy, the insights from the models that the teams build in Foundry are an important factor to stay ahead of the curve. Data is not only relevant for just a single brand or revenue stream, but for the entire organization.
That's the key. Data is not just for one revenue stream or one department, it's across the entire organization. And that's what Palantir preaches all the time. It's not just a solution for a specific problem, it's an empire builder, an enterprise builder. That's the key differentiation. Palantir is Adobe Suite, while Snowflake or Datashit is just a Photoshop or just a Premiere Rush or just an Illustrator. but it's not the entire kit and caboodle that completely transforms your entire company.
We're now at a point where basically all our main data sources are integrated in Foundry. We're able to answer questions like which users are more likely to buy, how is this influenced by the price, how does the price influence the retention afterwards. Now the ambition is to become like the leading company in digital media and classifieds in the world.
It's only through unlocking revenue streams across titles that we can best serve our readership and audiences, keep them informed, and empower them to participate in wider debates about important issues and topics.
That means the technology we built is supposed to drive that growth and to enable that. That only works with advanced algorithms, with good understanding of your data, and that's where we use Foundry, and Foundry helps us in our mission.
Guys, there you have it. Real world examples of what Palantir does. And we hear this time and time again. Just Palantir is doing a much better job in this last 2 months, I would say, with interviews, with these type of demo products. Jeremy from Financial Education, he was being interviewed by Amit. Shout out to my man Amit. Shout out to Jeremy. And Amit asked him, why did you end up buying Palantir? And he says, one of the main reasons is the demos. He says, I started to understand what Palantir can do. The demos are helping a lot. And I truly believe that this is going to increase our investment base and hopefully in the future bring up the price. Guys, none of this is financial advice, purely entertainment and education at best. There are chances that your investments are not going to take off and they're not going to be fruitful. For me, Palantir is a winner, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be an actual winner. I'm willing to take that chance. And for me, I don't see any other way but going up when it comes to Palantir. And I think it is severely under the radar. And I don't just mean from retail investors. I think it's under the radar from analysts. And once the analysts are going to put us on the radar, I think we have like 11 initiated analysts, while Snowflake has like over 30 initiated analysts. Once the analysts are going to really start digging deep into Palantir, I truly do believe they give us a chance and they're going to see how absolutely amazing we are. And that should reflect in the price. Hopefully in this earnings quarter, I was not expecting anything big, but it's possible that we actually are going to be pleasantly surprised. I'm being hopeful, but I'm not, over excited about it. But hopefully we are going to get a nice surprise. And I do believe that in the first half of 2023, we're going to get really nice earnings. Thank you so much. Give me the likes, the share, subscribe. See you guys later.